Okay, Mark Hines with the Hines Garden. Real quick, I wanted to show you some of my tomato trellising techniques, because tomatoes can be so productive and really are an easy crop to grow if you're doing certain things. Some of my best tomato tips would be to feed well. They need food, and yeah, and to stake them properly because they like to go everywhere. In my garden this year, I've got two different ways that I've done it. I've got my string trellis and my cages. For most people, I would recommend cages. I've been using cages for years. They're pretty easy. These cages are ones I sell at the market. They're great. A lot of tomato cages on the market are insufficient. So if you're gonna buy a cage, just get the biggest cage you can, or buy it from me. So anyway, cages I recommend for most people. Trellising can be very effective. You get very good very good quality tomatoes because you're generally trying to keep it to one or two vines, and that will produce better tomatoes because you're snipping all the suckers and the plant's putting most of its energy into the tomatoes. So when I string trellis, this is what I do. At the base, well, you can see that. Whoops. I've got it staked right there into the ground, and I've got, at the beginning I put a 2-foot stake to get the plant started too, so that's there. So I stake right at the base of that, bring it up the vine, and if you can see, I just twist it. I just twist the plant around that string the whole way up. You don't end up needing clips or anything. And you just twist it all the way until it gets to the top. There is a technique called the lower and lean technique, which I'm using in my other garden, which I could show you in that garden, but and it's the same thing though. Uses the strings as well. The key to string trellising is to keep it to one or two vines. You have to snip every single sucker, and you don't let it get away from you. Like I said, it can be very productive, but I find the cages to be low maintenance. You can kind of let the plants go. You see there's several leaders on this plant. I believe there's about 5 heads on that plant. So it was a lot less work. You just put the cage around it and it grows great. So there you go.